So in the last video, we worked on putting our three backgrounds and we coded them. There was an error in that video, and let me show you where it was. In the backdrops code, when we clicked on it and our variables showed up, the first time I made the video, the lives were going down, not the timer. So you need to go back and make sure that on this line of code right here, it says timer and not one of the other variables. This is a common mistake that we will all make when we are coding. You need to make sure that the variable you put in the code is working. All right, so for this next section, we are going to start working on the sprites. Let's see if I can move this out of the way. All right, so the first sprite that we're going to work on is making a start button. In the rubric, it says that you must have a clear start. This green flag is the reset of the game. It is not the start button. So we are going to create a button. I can move this out of the way. There we go. All right, so we will be grabbing a sprite. And you can really choose any button that you want or any of these at all, actually. I like to use one that's actually a button, so I'm going to click on this one. All right, I can move it around. I can make it larger. If I wanted to make this larger, maybe double its size. There we go. Now, right now, it doesn't say start. Actually, it doesn't do anything. So I can always go to costumes, and I want to write the word start on this. It also has two costumes. One is orange, one is blue. For this activity, you only need one costume, so you can delete the other, or you can leave it. It doesn't matter since we're not going to be using it. Unless you wanted the start button to flash, I guess you could always do that if you wanted to. We're going to grab the text or click on text and simply click inside this, and let's write the word start. See, I don't think I want it purple. You can always edit its color. I think I want to make it white. There we go. And if I want to move it, because it's not really centered, you click on the cursor icon, and then you can grab parts of your sprite to drag and resize. All right, so that's pretty simple. You all know how to make costumes. We've gone over that many times in class. So let's go back to the code. So I have my start button now, and I want to be able to click on it. So that is a very simple event. If I go and find the event, it says when this sprite is clicked. That's the one we're going to use. So we want to tell the game that it's starting when that sprite is clicked. Earlier, when we coded this, we have when the background switches to start or when the background switches to play. So we programmed those already. So to make this line of code work, we want the start button to switch our backdrop to play. Let's go ahead and click on that. So when the sprite is clicked, we want to switch backdrop to play. It's going to be this line of code right here. Right now it says end, but in the drop-down menu, I should find the backdrop name play. I can attach that. And now when I click on start, it switches to our play screen. Notice the timer is running. My lives are over here. My score is still at 0 because I haven't programmed those yet. Now, I don't want this start button to stay there. I want it to hide. So after it switches to the play screen, we want this sprite to be hidden. That's this line of code. I just need to put it there. So what we should be able to do now is I should be able to reset by clicking on the green flag. I should be able to click start, and now it takes me to my play screen, and it is hidden. We're going to add one more thing because now when I hit the green flag, it's gone. I want to say that when it's back at the start screen, anytime I'm at the start screen, that start button should be there. So we're going to grab one more event, and we're going to say that when the backdrop switches to start, it needs to show up. And this is all the code that we're going to need for our start button. You should be able to click through now by clicking on start. Your timer should go down. The start button should disappear. And if I reset the game by clicking on the flag again, the start button reappears. So that is all the code that we are going to need for this start button. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to make the Whac-A-Mole characters and how we will multiply a single sprite so that we don't have to rewrite all the lines of code.